we essentially go through three steps. So the first one is collect the inactivated patient swab.
Yeah.
So you've just been to the tent.
Yes.
So essentially what we're doing is they have this lovely green media. We were thinking of blue for Doctor's Hospital, but somebody picked green. And so the swab goes in here and inactivates the virus immediately.
Right.
So there is no active virus in this lab at all.
Right.
So we are a little overpowered in terms of safety and security, but why not?
Yeah.
So the sample then with the barcode gets scanned into our system, gets a number, and that puts the sample into a 96-well grid.
Right.
The next step then is we take this and actually physically move it into one of these wells. You then spin this through a centrifuge that I'll show you in a minute. And the genetic material gets stuck to the blue matrix.
Yeah.
Then we wash it on the matrix and then we elute it into a plate like this. And in the last step, then we pipette it into this one here, and this one goes into the infamous qPCR machine with the green light.
Right.
So we can do about 3 in 90 seconds, give or take.
Okay.
The purification in here takes about 60 minutes for 94 samples.
Right, right.
And then this one here takes about 70 minutes, and that is the screening, the analysis, and the reporting, sending it to CMO, public health, and so forth. 6 of those a day, 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon with 4 staff. So we currently have about enough material for 6,000 screens and samples on Ireland right here.
Right.
And Joe is managing, so we
get 6,000, but 500 days, so we go through
20 days at the moment. We have.
But you've got more supplies.
The supplies are coming continuously. So rather than buying a big bulk, we have a continuous level flow. That's much better for our suppliers.
It was very bumpy at the beginning, but my sense is now we've got that sort of fully under control.
This is the internal human control. So that tells us that the swab has worked.
Right.
And those 3 orange lines here are COVID positive.
Yeah.
And these 2 that are right next to each other were actually people in isolation.
Okay.
But as you can see, that's from the end of June. So we haven't, well, as you know, the last report was on the 1st of July.
We haven't had one for over a week, which is great news.
We need to be careful because you've seen it in many other countries. They all go, ha, we've done it. And then
And then
it really spikes up.
We've just reopened in a big way in terms of human interaction. So
absolutely.
We're all watching slightly nervously.
When we get the first result of being positive, they don't get reported.
Right.
They go back in the next run to be confirmed.
Right.
And only then do we report them. That usually happens within 2 hours or so.
So you're double checking.
We're double checking.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is there have been publications that we shared with CMO and MOH on false negatives, particularly in countries where there is a very, very low rate.
Yes.
The majority of the can actually be false. So that's why we're
why does that happen?
The longer you run the lab, the longer you get samples through. The machine is extremely sensitive.
Right.
So it can detect just 40 individual viral particles. And it'll come into the air. Despite the fact that everything is sealed and cleaned and bleached and everything, you do get a background of the viral material in the air, and that'll just pop up here and there. So you just screen again. And that's, as I said, the publication is about 2%. That's across the world, and so you just need to check for it, which is what we're doing. So,
and as we have so few,
we have very few. Yes, exactly. So we have less than 1% now.
Yeah.
You see, we've done 8,769 screens, 79 positives, which is 0.9%. Negatives.
And how does that compare to HSA in terms of
very similar? We have very similar rates. Nobody has symptoms really. That was the first one that had mild symptoms.
We've only got 3 asymptomatic cases at the moment.
The viral burden is like really low. So,
but of course, when we do open the borders, there's going to be some risk.
So this is why we're doing all of the software mapping and the process mapping. So that I don't know whether we want to screen the cruise ships when they come in, but then we need to be able to do 1,000 in 2 hours. So that's where the team is currently thinking on how we could do that.
I think cruise ships are probably way
a little bit further off.
I doubt we'll happen this year, but bringing in people at the airport, probably targeted rather than just opening fully to commercial traffic. There's a lot of no decisions on that at all at the moment. It's quite challenging to work that out.
Airport, if we're looking at the standard planes, they're less than 200. We can process them within an hour.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for what you're doing, and really valuable and important contribution to our effort.